Unfortunately, when Your Excellency assumed office, your attention was drawn to the abandoned state of the project following the impactful documentary made by Seth Kwame Boateng of the Multimedia Group on the preventable deaths of pregnant women, newborns, and children at this hospital due to the lack of adequate facilities. Concerned about the situation and determined to make a difference, Your Excellency, you personally visited the hospital on this very site on Saturday, 1st April 2017.
After the expose by a media person, Seth, who works with Joy FM, it touched the heart of the First Lady, Her Excellency Rebecca Akufo-Addo, who constructed an edifice for us with her own resources and the support of her foundation. Today, we have the President here to cut the sword for the completion of a project that has been in existence for over 40 years. Mr. President, when we saw the documentary, especially me, that was put up on Joy FM by Seth Kwame Boateng, which motivated your wife, Auntie Rebecca, to come and do what she did there, you continue to push me, and I was pushing my young people in the ministry. I just want to announce to Your Excellency that that man, Seth Kwame Boateng, is here with us today. And I believe he will take the news along, that what he did just fall in line with Nanado's thinking and commitment, and we have seen what we are seeing here today.
Shall we give another round of applause to the Honorable Minister for Health, Honorable Kweku Ajiman Menu. He mentioned Seth Kwame Boateng. Seth, can you please come just closer inside the... Seth, are you here? Seth, can you please come forward? Give Seth a round of applause. Thank you so much, Seth. We have not seen you. Come a bit closer. Hope you are not a shy person, I guess. Now everybody's ninja. If you can do us an honor by removing, so that the next time you see you, and then thank you very much, Seth. Now, indeed, your documentary sends some kind of a very touching moment into our hearts, and we thank you very much for that wonderful piece of journalism. We thank you so much.
In my remarks after the visit to this project site, I pledged that government would undertake a comprehensive assessment of the situation and would ensure that the necessary funds would be secured for the completion of this important piece of health infrastructure.
But just so you know, let's refresh ourselves of that story that Seth Kwame Boateng brought us, Next to Die, and the journey so far.
Lost on a daily basis as a result of congestion here at the Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital, Ghana's second biggest teaching hospital.
Yeah, our mortality rates have been around 20%, which means that a fifth of the babies who come in will end up dying. So that would maybe what? You know, on a bad day we can lose 6-7 babies. We've had days when we've lost as many as 10 in a day.
These heart-wrenching statistics from Dr. Jikua Planjuru, head of the hospital's mother and baby unit, were not the only worrying fact about the facility. Expectant mothers also had their share, according to the former head of the gynecology unit of the hospital, Professor Bafu Opoku.
In 2012, we had 152 deaths. Mothers. 2013, 126. 2014, 108. 2015, 102. And last year was 91.
All these were as a result of congestion. Congestion that made women in labor join queues and each wait her turn to give birth.
Some of them will deliver in the corridors. And it's not the best because you have to be in a particular position to ensure effective, safe delivery. So assuming the woman is standing and the baby just drops onto the ground, Apart from the baby sustaining injuries, the mother will also sustain what we call genital tract injuries.
This same congestion meant doctors and nurses at the mother and baby unit had to put up to 4 babies in one cot or incubator.
Each of these babies is carrying his own set of bacteria, and then they're sharing. They are passing them on to one another.
How dangerous is that?
Your baby may come in with, your baby may come in with one infection, and then just as he's getting well and he's about to go home, he picks another one from his cot mate, and sometimes as I said, babies can die of infections very easily.
A few meters away from where these avoidable deaths were being recorded was the perceived panacea to the congestion. An almost 1,000-bed maternity and child health unit started in 1974 but had been abandoned. This didn't sound right.
Need not play politics with our health, and in particular this building, because all the governments have come and gone. None has been able to just finish this to take care of the people who go and queue to vote for them every year, especially our mothers and children, who make up the largest population of this country besides the men.
These concerns triggered the Next to Die documentary, which was first broadcast on 13th March 2017. This documentary shook people in Ghana and beyond, and it made many people angry at the reality of mothers losing their babies after 9 months of pregnancy.
And we sincerely apologize you're having to relive this rather sad experience. This is third time referral to Komfo Anokye, and the experience is almost the same.
The public discourse on the blatant neglect of this facility continued for weeks, and this compelled President Akufo-Addo to visit the hospital to obtain first-hand accounts of the situation. It was Saturday, 1st April 2017, and this is what he wrote in the hospital's visitors book. I am very distressed at what I have seen here today. It is not to the credit of our nation that an important hospital project, Cath Maternity Block, should stand 44 years uncompleted. We have to do something about it, and I intend to do so. Contractors who were working on the project had told Joy News about $75 million was needed to complete the project. They could finish the project in 2 years. These 2 years waiting period meant more deaths, so the multimedia group and the First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo had to intervene and raise approximately $2 million to construct an emergency ultra-modern maternity and mother and baby unit in a record time of 6 months.
I saw drawings of it, but I didn't know this is how it would turn out. I'm really amazed and overjoyed at what I see today.
And indeed, this facility helped to significantly improve the situation, save lives. But to further reduce the deaths, the abandoned 47-year-old building needs to be completed. Government has secured 2 credit agreements from the Deutsche Bank and the UK Export Finance, totaling €155 million to continue the project. Parliament approved this loan on 12 April 2019. All is set now for work to start on the facility, and on Friday, 15th May, President Akufo-Addo will cut sword for work to continue on the project. The chief executive of the Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital, Dr. Hineba Owusu, says this would be the best gift the hospital would have ever received.
The fact that it is a facility within the center of Ghana that offers some unique specialized services that most regions don't have. The entire 5 regions in the north, their referrals come to us, even including the central region. So we need that facility to actually expand. In fact, where we are, as I've always indicated, the Accident and Emergency Center in Komfo Anokye Hospital is almost always full. It's all because we are getting referrals here every minute, every hour, because of the lack of facilities in all the regional areas that I have just indicated. And therefore, we need to have a very good space to transfer the patients out of the emergency area beyond their emergency care. And that is why the incoming project is very, very critical.
Well, from the multimedia group, we would want to thank you all for helping us push this agenda for better health for the mothers and babies in and around the Ashanti region.
And so that was Seth Kwame Boateng's report.